Okay, folks, we did the video on this Oldsmobile here, and we showed you where the rotor hit the bracket, the mounting bracket for the caliper that is supplied by Willwood. And just as we figured, okay, it was install error. Look at the clearance now. We got plenty of clearance between this rotor and this bracket now. So this thing works really, really good. Okay, the problem was they didn't know how to adjust the wheel bearings. So people tighten these wheel bearings up, and they're not supposed to be tight. GM says what you're supposed to do is turn the wheel in the direction of travel and torque the nut to 12 foot-pounds, then back it off to the nearest nut, the nearest slot in the castle nut. Now this car, and a lot of GM cars, have two holes. They have two holes that you can put the cotter pin in. There's one in the slot that holds the tang washer, and there's one up here, a little bit off. It's a little off. But here's how I do it. What you do is you tighten this down, and I have the feel for it. There you go. Okay? Now you see this cotter pin will fit in here. Okay? See how that fits? But it's too tight. Okay, so you go to the other one, and then you back it off a little bit, a quarter of a nut flat, and then you put your cotter pin in. And there you have it. Okay? It has to be, you have to be able to turn it with your fingers, loosen it with your fingers. And there you go. And there it is. There's the cotter pin installed. Now, I'm going to teach you how to bend the cotter pin the correct way. SAE bend on this cotter pin. I'm going to do it right now. Here's how it's done. You push your cotter pin down in there. You get it down in there, nice. Okay, right down here. Then what you do is you bend the top one over halfway across the spindle. It's got to be in the middle. This gets halfway, and then you cut it. There it is, halfway. Then the bottom one you cut, you leave a little tang on it, then you get your pliers, and then you bend it in, okay? And it has to be just touching the tang washer, just right there. That is an SAE bend. Not this way and this way and all these other crazy ways, or both the same way. This is an SAE bend, and that is how it's done. And here we have it. Now, when I spin that, absolutely no noise now, because the bearings were bad, very, very bad, over-tightened. These bearings were over-tightened. Look at all that metal in there. Look at it all in there. That's the bearing that was in there. Look at the metal. See all the metal? That bearing was over-tightened, and it burned out. We were lucky that this bearing didn't spin. Otherwise, it would have ruined the spindle. And then you have to change the spindle. So I hope this was helpful for you guys.